After I made the choice, Tunon invited me to the Council of Archons, where my loyalties were affirmed and my place among their number sealed in a compact to Kairos. No sooner had I become an Archon to my soldiers than I became the Overlord's Archon of War. That's a pretty decent promotion, and earned through a display of strength. Odd that he holds the chorus in such contempt. You already know the rest. My vaunted legion became disfavored. The Archons even forced me to cast off my northern surname. Really? Huh. Graven was a joke at my expense since I buried my pride in the past. I am a vassal of Kairos now. Enough questions for. Do you ever wish you had remained to find Kairos? What? What is that, Fatebinder? I hope I didn't just hear you utter those words. You're walking a fine line asking the Archon these sorts of questions, Fatebinder. I would take care with how you adjust in general in the future. I only asked out of curiosity. Ew, and you never stopped to consider that your questioning tongue could lead you to astray? Ew. I have never second-guessed my decision. The North fell to Kairos. I mourned for the old ways. I apologize, Archon. Why bother posturing for this one? He's hundreds of years old. We're just gnats. Your words are easier to forgive than actions, but take care that you don't offend me in the future. Yep, the music is already gone and annoying the hell out of me. Tell me about your connections with the soldiers. Every member of the disfavored is as precious to me as family. Their bloodlines are known and respected, their performance in combat beyond every expectation, and I would go any length in their service. They call me General or Archon, yet I consider myself a servant and guardian of these excellent women and men. But I suspect that isn't what you intended to hear. There is a deeper connection still, but to appreciate it, you must understand our history, my rebellion, and my rise to power. I've heard those tales already, but I'd like to hear more about the link itself. Our relationship to the Legion goes deeper than anyone outside of it can fully comprehend, and it goes both ways. Our love and devotion protects and envelops us. We are a shield wall unto each other. You mean to tell me you can protect your soldiers without lifting your shield? I am an Archon. Anything is possible. I can shield my devoted legion from harm and strengthen the fall of any hammer or sword. Those who follow me have shrugged off blows that would kill average women and men 10 times over. How is this connection possible? I could just as easily ask who built the old walls. In the end, it doesn't matter. I am a protective of every soldier under my command, whether we share a tent or stand realms apart from each other. That doesn't change. Every member of my legion feels the influence I exert on them, and I am aware of their condition down to the finest cut. Consequently, are you unwell inside there? Ash looks to Beric with concern. No, Archon, I'm as fit and healthy as I ever was outside of this iron shell. In spite of Beric's assurance, you can hear the lie in his voice. Very well, then. I trust you to visit me if you require my attention. Are there any negative repercussions? Ash regards you in a stoic silence, and for a time you can't decide if he's considering an answer or if you've offended him somehow. No, my soldiers are protected, strengthened, and emboldened. In turn, I am secure in their safety. That is the way of my power and my legion. Did you see the Archon's eyes? Almost like he wants to say something and can't. Maybe keep an eye on him. Back to my previous questions. Tell me more of yourself. I'm a family man. I've always believed that culture has grown from a family legacy and respect for the past. I've sired 4 children in my long life: Ashlim, Hiriam, Amelia, and Brenix. I'm a general to my soldiers, but a father as well. They have my confidence, my love, and my trust. There's nothing more to give. Why do I do this to myself? Why do I do this to myself? Hopefully there's a lot of action coming up. Anyways, my days on Terra span many more than any human lifetime, and on this journey, I have learned much. It must be said that I have also grown stubborn. I believe that matters must be handled in a particular way, and see no reason to waver in those beliefs, as they are the product of my experience. Coming of Echelon, my first and proudest accomplishment. What strength she had during the conquest of the Northern Empire, she was slain by a blood echo. Ooh. The madman who once laid claim to the title of Archon of War. I would later cut his head from his shoulders with Ashelrin's broken sword. He continued to scream for minutes after the deed was done. Wow. I miss her to this day. Would that she had lived long enough to bring a family of her own into this world. Imagine me, a grandfather. It was Priam, my son, born to the life I enjoyed before I was an Archon. He fell to a feasting illness caused by pox. Archon of Ruin. The disease was but one of many weapons wielded during the conquest of the North. Were he still alive? He would have sat by my right hand, for he was wise in counsel and strategy beyond his years. Tell me of Amalia. She has her father's stubborn persistence. She is an excellent fighter, though more brazen and eager to test herself on the field of battle. I have objected to this disposition in the past, but it seems as integral to her being as the very brother. Oh, I think we already read that. Yeah. Brenix. My youngest and most beloved. He was joyful and loving, a soldier like his father and fiercely devoted to his countrymen. He told me the most horrible jokes, but he was taken captive at Benjamin's Well and later died. I could feel his life at the moment it was extinguished. The circumstances were unusual, none of the quick violence brought about by blade or hammer. He died by some force that I cannot understand. I would not speak further of this. We did it, chat! We exhausted his dialogue! Anyways, continuing on. God, that was a lot of dialogue. That was a lot of dialogue. Ugh. Don't know what it is I just grabbed, but I will take it. Yeah, what did I just grab? Elixir of Resolve. Oh. Pretty sure that's a permanent item. Gotta test this out. What's my resolve? Where's my resolve? Wits, vitality, pass, resolve. 15. Okay. Oh, yes. Seems like it was a permanent thing. Yeah. Seems like it was a permanent thing. So if that's the case, who am I gonna give that to? Am I gonna give? Might have to think about that one.
I got it.
Anyways, let's go. Sentinel's stand. Well, I first have to get through here in order to get to here, so I can't really do anything there. Anyways, let's finally get to here. 20 hours? Accept. Ambush! Oh, finally, some action. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna like this. Before you towers a massive creature of fur and flesh, her short black snout snuffling in the air. Kills in
Know this scent. Stench of blood, sweat, battle, iron and death. Smells like alpha. Smells of strength. But is male.
This beast woman cocks her head to one side, eyes bright with curiosity and red as a fresh blood. Those eyes rove your body up and down. Okay. Darkening with a sudden heat. The look that a predator bestows its prey.
Have been stalking human centrail. Have ranged many more than 5 nights through tribe and human territories of Tyr's land, hunting for human called Fate Binder. For human who woke Horizon Rock called Mountain Spire. Have hunted hot high, cold low, wet dry. Traipsed far until paws bled, but always human who smelled of alpha evaded beast woman. Had to slink through shadows, fast, fast, quick, without rest to catch delicious prey at last.
Your markings must be from the Shadowhunter tribe.
Fate Binder knows tribes of beast women. Curious human. Male who smells of alpha and knows of Shadow Hunter tribe. Best tribe. Lost tribe of kills in shadow.
Slap kills in shadow and face. Hold on. I'm not looking for conflict. I merely want to continue on my way.
Beast woman did not range so far, chasing scent and tracks of Fate Binder, only to step aside and watch human leave beast woman behind. Nope, nope. Will not move from way.
Explain yourself, beast woman. What is it you want?
Humans. No human called Fate Binder. Kairos breeds words on paper. Fate Binder binds words to earth and sky, makes ground tremble, makes night cry, blood and fire.
And what would it be? I merely read Kairos' edict. I am but a vessel for the Overlord's great magic.
Fate Binder speaks and storms rage. Humans wail. Sun dies. Fate Binder speaks and rocks tear through flesh like killing claws. Tribes of Kairos fear Fate Binder. Human Alpha claimed Horizon Rock called Spire, and Archons did not kill Fate Binder. Archons rolled over and whined, covetous.
And what's your point?
Kairos hunts human realms to extinction. Rules tribe of blood and ruin, starvation and death. Seeks to slaughter beast women like prey. But beast women are not prey. Are not flighty, feeble-minded humans. Beast women are savage hunters. Bred to fight Kirut, like Fatebinder who smells of alpha. Strong always kill weak, then grow weak. Killed is migration of life. What kills in shadow is not weak now. Will not be weak for many long seasons. Will join Fatebinder and survive Kairos' tribe.
You'd side with the enemy to survive?
Enemy? No enemy. Only competition. Only strong tribes and weak tribes. Only win or die. Adapt to survive.
If you want to join me, it'll have to be as my beta.
Kills in Shadow is not beta. But even alphas submit to stronger-willed primas. Many packs make a tribe. Is this not a thought humans also understand? Beast Woman will follow Fatebinder. Will not dominate. Unless Fatebinder begins to smell weak.
Fine, but keep your nose to yourself. Beast Woman huffs and turns to address her pack.
Kills in Shadow will not shelter stone whelps anymore. Scamper and flee! Do not want to see shadows lurking, stalking behind. Barb cleft his leader now. Will not like if Kills in Shadow catches sight or scent of stone mongrels again.
We'll have to have a nice long chat with her when we get back to this fire. I don't think I've ever played a game where I was not up for conversation. Up for reading dialogue. I'm not gonna lie about that one. Through the billowing dirt and rust kicked up by the Edict of Storms, you make out the shifting silhouettes of a small group ahead of you, appearing lightly armored and armed. The group pulls 2 carts in their wake. They haven't noticed you through their maelstrom. Allow them to pass by without making your presence known, because this could actually be bad for us. They continue to pass without noticing you and fade into the wailing winds.
Been a while since I last came to Stalwart. All that disfavored fighting led to this.
Huh. Yeah. Place really did go to hell. Okay, it's not just me. Like I was looking at my screen and I was seeing like a sort of a silhouette going on here, and then I looked up to check my OBS. It's like, is it doing the same thing? Oh yeah, it is. Like, God, his favorite. The scout straightens as you approach, squinting through the harsh wind. Are you the support of the Ash sent out? Yes, I'm Tunon Fatebinder. Yeah, glad to hear it. You can never be too careful out here. I'm half blind from the storm, and you agents of the court don't always stand out. No offense. Oh. We've been patrolling the outer walls, but there's no sign of the enemy. Either they know not to come here, or they're better at hiding than I credited. Damn rebels shift about like the winds they do. Have you run into any Unbroken recently? More than a fortnight ago, but she dashed off right quick before she could knock arrows. They're a cautious lot, but cunning. Not even Kairos could have expected them to use the storm to their advantage. Huh. Can we enter the fortress? In these winds, I wouldn't venture to try if I had 1,000 shields to guard me. Come take a look and you'll understand. Nothing has changed. This is the very storm that shattered the Unbroken and disfavored alike. Thank you for bringing me here, Fatebinder. Yep. Stratus Herodon, the last stalwart regent, and cowers behind the walls of this castle, and we won't be able to reach him through this storm. This place brings back unpleasant memories. You were at Sentinel Stand during the war? Regrettably, the general's daughter and a member of her cohort were captured in the second year of the war. By the third, we had tracked her to Sentinel Stand. We knew that the edict was coming, but thought it worth the risks. The battle dragged on longer than it should have, and we got caught in the storm. That was the day I woke up encased in this be-damned rust bucket, and why this place brings to mind unfinished business. Storm didn't leave much behind. A year of brutal weather will do that. Kairos' Edict of Storms devastated the once mighty realm of Stalwart, all but wiping it from the map. There isn't much left of the old country, save for the Unbroken and their stubborn pride. Tell me about the regents. They were bureaucrats and diplomats, all drunk on their own self-importance. Stratus Herodon never impressed me, but the people of Stalwart revered the man. Cowardice must run in the regent bloodline. When the edict struck, Stratus hid in his castle and watched his country fall to pieces. An honorable man would have died for his people. Well, I'm only interested in one thing: how we get inside. Couldn't say. The powers fighting over this realm must have some notion. Otherwise, they wouldn't have squabbled for country over this blasted wasteland. We should track down someone with answers. Do you hear that? You catch an odd sound in the wind, a low moan hidden within a cacophony of swirling dirt and metal debris. Clouds of dust seem to close in upon you. Within them, you see patches of glowing red. Hi. Ah! I wanted action, and we got action. Really? Does it have to be like that? Larry.
No.
Okay, there's that, and then we'll already act. Oh, okay. And then you realm spike, false pit, spectral blur. I better have him do this real quick. Boop.
That wouldn't rattle me.
I better pop this off. Okay, you did your thing. Arrow storm. Woo! Oh! Nice! Boop. Whoa!
Can't do that.
Damn! Is that once per rest? Damn, it's once per rest. I need to do that now. Got it. The Bane are gone. Oh, those are Bane. The Bane are gone, their unnatural cries silenced, leaving only the tornado's violence in your ears. The dust clouds recede, you spot a crouched figure on the wall above.
We've got a scout. Look there, on top of the wall.
Janos. Unbroken. A soldier kneels behind the ruined parapets. You can tell by his raiment, old stalwart gear, that he's an unbroken soldier. He peers at you with a mixture of caution and curiosity. You handle the Bane well enough, but what brings you to this for second place? You don't look like the typical rank of and file of Kairos' army, but you're no son of stalwart either. No, you're the fate binder who broke past the avenging guard. I think you'll find yonder wind wall a tougher nut to crack than the Apex Citadel. I'm here to end the Edict of Storms. Is that how it works? Chaos casts an edict and sends Laxis to clean up the cleanup effort? In that case, I'm glad we're still independent of your Imperial dogs. Enjoy it while it lasts. When the region is under our control, you'll be breaking your back digging mass graves. I'll be watching. I suggest you make like a storm and blow, because you're not getting inside this fortress. When you report back to your master, tell him that first scout Janos sent you off with your tail tucked between your cheeks. Rude. Why do the Unbroken hate Stratus Herodin? He's a spineless old man who hides behind the soldiers and doesn't possess any of the values he hammers into the others. No, sorry, I was talking about Graven Ash. Would that I had the strength to tear down this wall and kill him myself. Herodin is a relic of the past, and we're looking to the future. We don't have any hope of squirming out of from under Kairos' thumb while the old regent enjoys his twilight years sipping dusty wine and hiding from the war. And we're back to dialogue. Anyways, what can you tell me? What can you tell me of the regents? You weren't even paying attention to the folks who you killed during the war, were you? The regents were our royal family. They governed the old stalwart, protected our borders, and rallied our armies when in need. Kairos butchers left but one regent standing, and he's as useless as a mustache on a mallet. You know anything about Graven Ash's daughter, Amelia? Sorry, I didn't catch that. I'm not good with names, and your voice isn't carrying over the winds. Impertinent scum, climb over that wall and let me beat the truth out of you. And what do you know of the Edict of Storms? I reckon not as much as you, Stormcaller. It's your fault we're in this mess in the first place. The storm will continue for as long as Stratus Herodin lives. I wager that we're both keen on stopping the old coward's heart, though I'll do everything in my power to make sure that you never get any closer to Sentinel Stand than this. What if I... Oops. I'm a step closer. And another. Are you going to do something about it, or just stare at me from your little nest up there? Heretics don't amuse me in the slightest, Scarlet Fury. Dance away if you must. You won't make it through the wind wall as I live and breathe. For a second there, I was worried that we would have to let you live, but you put that to rest. First, stop playing with your food. If we're going to be stuck in this forsaken wasteland, I hope you don't mind that I occupy myself a little recreation. What are the Bane doing here? Don't you know anything? The Bane are drawn to Kyros's magic, like flies on a corpse. That I did not know. This whole region is polluted with the Overlord's reek. Nowhere more so than the wind wall before us. Find yourself around their claws, Fatebinder. It said that once the Bane have you in their clutches, they never let go. How can I get inside the Sentinel stand? Throwing yourself into the wind all comes to mind. Take a few steps inside and see how long it takes for the wind to strip you down to a skeleton. I'd love to stay and chat, but it's high time I report on your presence to my superior officer. Be seeing you, Fatebinder, though you might not see me. Damn that vain southern wretch! The Unbroken know the territory better than us, and take every opportunity to flaunt. What was that scout even doing here? Look, there's a corpse on the wall. Might bear a closer look. I can't tell from here, but I think it's wearing disfigured colors. Oh. The body has been here for a long time, and the storm has long since eroded skin from bone. And tucked away in one of the gauntlets, you find the scrap of distinctive battle standard. That's the general's family crest. Molly and her unit must have come through here. It seems a lifetime ago, but we marched on Sentinel's stand. At least this proves we were on the right track. So close too. The girl might still be alive out there. Tell me about Amalia. She was always headstrong, took after her father in that regard. She also demanded that the Legion treat her like an ordinary soldier whenever possible, though in truth, she was far from ordinary. She's not an Archon like Ash, but she's vicious with a sword and good with the troops. I sparred with her outside the bastard city and almost lost an ear from my troubles. What makes you think she's alive? Ash's protection would keep her standing long after anyone else would have fallen. I don't like to think what she's endured in her imprisonment, but we can help. Put it behind her. This favorite our hardy folk, a hammer to the skull, sword to the gut, an arrow to the spine. We don't go down easy. We can march for days without cracking a yawn. Of little else I could guarantee, but I know this much: the daughter of Graven Ash can outlast any prison. So what's our next step? Ash bade us to bring order to the region, but we need to learn as much of his daughter as possible. I heard tell of an unbroken fort called Duskwatch. One of our soldiers has been imprisoned there since around the time Amalia's unit went missing. I'll wager anything that if we shatter the unbroken defensive, we'll learn more about her whereabouts. Barrick is correct. They took Callias captive, supposedly one of the stone shields who traveled with Amalia. You ought to make contact with Osmios, commander in charge of taking Duskwatch. I'm sure he would appreciate the aid of a Fatebinder. You go on ahead. I need to double back and relay this to Ash. That should raise the old man's spirits, eh? Yeah, indeed. And I think it's time for me to go. Wow. Oh, we're at 15 now. Why do you say 18 hours? GOG's broken. Anyways, 15 hours played. Okay. No, 16 hours. I know I know I didn't reload that often. Oh wait, maybe I did. No. No. It is. Anyways, yeah. It's time for me to go.